we gonna get straight into it. We gonna talk about 50 Cent and the beef he got with his son. Then we gonna get right into a little controversial talk about Air Force Ones with ASAP Rocky and Nelly. If you don't know who I am, my name is D-Rel. This is Rel's Rants Reloaded. Before we get into it, can you like, subscribe, and follow, share, hit the notification bell? We trying to get monetized so we could level up this business that we're doing. We talk about a whole lot of things, but mainly music and hip hop and the culture, this, that, and the third. So if you're into music and just talking about hip hop, past, present, and future, this is the show that you want to look into. Also, if you can, check out the beats. I got made some beats. Coming out with a new YouTube channel. It's going to be called We Make Beats. And just going to be putting up beats up there so people can vibe to, listen to. Also, y'all can check my music out on Spotify, Apple Music, and anywhere else that music is being streamed and sold. I would appreciate that. So let's get straight into it. Recently, there's been a video that's going on with Choke No Joke. He was one of the video producers that was down with Rockefeller, and he's interviewing Marquise Jackson, who is 50 Cent's firstborn son. And Marquise is like, yo, his father only paid child support, which was $6,700 a month, and that wasn't enough, and he should have done more, this, that, and the third. And people are in an uprage. I'm in an uprage because shit. Number one, you got a parent that's paying the child support in New York City. $6,700. I don't care what state you're in. That's a lot of money. At the end of the day, this is that beta male simp shit that a lot of this generation has adopted and think that somebody owes them something and think that they're entitled. And a lot of these young cats are being groomed to be very beta male-ish and really feminine with their ways and thinking that somebody owes them something just like a woman would, or think that, oh, you have to bring this to the table in order to have a relationship with me. At the end of the day, $6,700, if your parent couldn't live off of $6,700 a month, tax-free, that was coming in the bank every month, this man, 50 Cent, paying his child support, your mama might need to go out somewhere and get a job or get a boyfriend or get a sugar daddy, create an OnlyFans, do something, because at the end of the day, $6,700, a lot of people in New York City don't make $6,700 a month. A lot of people in the United States don't get $6,700 a month, tax-free, just given to you, coming in the daggone bank account like clockwork. And you have the audacity to say that it's not enough, your father could do more. Only thing you have to do is be a good son, stay in line, check in. I really think that this is not about money. I think it's about a man, because right now this boy is a man, but he's doing boy shit and staying out of pretty much two adults' businesses. I've seen shit like this in the past where the child thinks that just because their parent is paying the child support, they should be the ones that are over how the money is spent, or the money should come straight to them. But to have the audacity to say that $6,700 isn't enough in New York City, at the end of the day, $6,700 is a lot of fucking money. And if you can't manage that as an adult, you might need to be less mad at your father and be more mad at your mother for not being able to appropriate those funds right every month to make it work. And I come from a single parent household, and my mother, and I know damn sure, didn't make $6,700 a month in the 80s, 90s, or the late 2000s. So I understand why 50 Cent really don't fuck with his son. People don't really understand how 50 Cent is. 50 Cent is one of those people that he'll give you 140% as long as you're loyal to him. And I'm starting to recognize that off of a lot of these videos that Tony Yayo's making. Tony Yayo is a good soldier, and that's not to make him seem like he's lower than. He understands that 50 put all of them on. 50, he owes his loyalty to 50. His success right now and in the past has been off of what 50 Cent did. And to reciprocate that, he's loyal. But if you look around and see everybody that's always been around 50 Cent and why he flips out on them, it's because of loyalty. It's really not because of business. It's really not because of his attitude or his pettiness. If you see Eminem put 50 Cent on, 50 Cent is 110% loyal to Eminem. That's his guy. He knows, okay, you know what? I wouldn't be where I'm at right now if it wasn't for Eminem. And 50 Cent wants that reciprocated. He wants that sort of loyalty. Like, yo, we're all eating, but you're getting fed off of the fruits of my labor. The fruits of my labor is giving people opportunities to do stuff, just like Tony Yayo, Lloyd Banks, Young Buck, The Game. If it wasn't for 50 Cent, a lot of this trickle-down wealth would not be accumulated at all. If it wasn't for 50 Cent, nobody would even know who The Game was. Dr. Dre wasn't going to sign him. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks would still be probably doing mixtapes and wouldn't be in the lane that he is, where he could come out with projects every couple of months, every couple of years, and still be relevant in hip-hop. They would just be mixtape rappers. People wouldn't even know who Young Buck was. He was just one of those artists that was signing deals, jumping deals, and playing the music industry stuff. But 50 Cent and G-Unit gave him that platform. But if you look into 50 Cent, when people start being disloyal, or 50 Cent got friendship issues. He's a Cancer, just like I am, and we take friendships very, very seriously. And once somebody crossed that line, it's like you're an enemy for life. Look at him and Floyd Mayweather. And that was his man, the money team. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, we're loyal to each other. That's all he's really asking. He's not asking you to go out and kill nobody or do this, that, and the third. He just wants 100% loyalty from people that is surrounded by him, as he should. And people don't, and I don't think people get that. And I think 50 Cent has always kind of gotten a bad reputation. And when you don't look into the why of things, people call you crazy, petty, this, that, and the third. No, it takes a certain level of fuckery for people to ignite their I don't give a fuck switch. And that's what happens with 50 Cent. Like, yo, I'm putting you on. We're going to get money. You're going to get opportunities. Tony Yayo is the only one right now that I could say is a true, he's still around. He understands that's his man. He's still representing G-Unit, and G-Unit is really not even making music anymore. But he's the one that is on the back end still keeping the legacy of what they created alive. Now, we're going to switch into something different. We're going to talk about Nike, Air Force Ones, A$AP Rocky, and Nelly. So there's a Breakfast Club conversation, and they were talking about, I think they were talking to Nelly, and I think they were talking to A$AP Rocky. And Nelly is claiming that he is the reason, which is crazy. He's saying that he's the reason why Air Force Ones are popular. He says he's the reason that in the early 2000s, Air Force Ones went from $60 to $100, which they didn't. They went from $60 to $80. And A$AP Rocky is saying that he kind of rejuvenated the Air Force Ones recently and made them, the price skyrocket and made them more famous. At the end of the day, they're both wrong. The Air Force One song was okay. Wasn't one of Nelly's biggest hits. It was one of those things like, yeah, you're stomping in your Air Force Ones. You know who made Air Force Ones famous? New Yorkers. Not no nigga from St. Louis. Not no young nigga from Harlem. New Yorkers. It goes back to what Diddy said on his Instagram post. We're the trendsetters. We're in our own lanes. We are the creators. We don't follow. We start the trends. People been wearing Air Force Ones. New Yorkers made Air Force Ones famous because in New York, we have a whole bunch of people that leave New York. Niggas in New York go from New York, move to Virginia, Baltimore, DC, North Carolina, South Carolina, Atlanta, Miami, Midwest, Chicago, LA, Philly, go to different countries. And what do we wear? Air Force Ones. What do we put on our head? Yankee fitteds. So for Nelly to say that he's the reason why Air Force Ones, the price got raised, I'm calling bullshit. The reason Air Force One's price got raised because us New Yorkers who created the culture moved to different states and made a need for these particular sneakers, the all whites, the spanking whites. So when you talk about Air Force Ones, we're really talking about the spanking whites. We can include the different variations of colors, but we're talking about the spanking white Air Force Ones. We're the reason why the price goes up. Because we take our New York culture and we move to different states, and then we bring that flavor to these different states. If it wasn't for niggas in New York, dudes in Atlanta still be rocking daggone Filas, which they still are rocking Filas, but you wouldn't have no AT aliens rocking Air Force Ones, low top or high top, foam posits and all type of shit, because us New Yorkers migrate everywhere. And we take that swag everywhere we go. It's like New Yorkers are the real immigrants of the United States, pretty much, because everywhere we go, we take our culture with us. We take that New York culture with us. Timbs, nobody would be wearing Timbs if it wasn't for a New Yorker moving somewhere else and buying Timbs and Yankee fitteds, Champion hoodies. We was rocking Champion hoodies before it was a new popular thing. And that's another thing I want to talk about. I've seen black folks, and I'm going to go on a side note. Black folks need to stop investing in old hip-hop trends that are overpriced. The price of construction Timbs is about $250, $210, $220, $230. That don't make no sense. We have to stop investing in white corporations that are pretty much gaining wealth off of black dollars. Also, I've seen Mano and Dame Dash in a 24-hour period rocking Averex leathers. And then I went to the Averex website, and these leathers that they're rocking, and these are basic Averex leathers. I used to have an Averex. I had the Spokane joint. A lot of cats, you know where I'm from, dudes had the Averexes. We had the ones with the letterings and the pictures and the patches and this, that, and the third. These dudes have basic Averex jackets that literally just say Averex and have a damn, pretty much a shield that looks like the United States flag on the front. And they charging $1,200, $1,300, $1,400. Don't fall for this bullshit. Don't fall for the trap. Don't fall for the quick money grab. Don't fall for you see a celebrity on Instagram wearing it. Now it's all of a sudden trending again. Don't do it. It's not worth it. If you want to get you a nice Averex for a decent price, at the end of the day, and you might not be with this, go on eBay, go get a used one. I've seen used Averexes that look brand new with patches that look like aviator jackets that are dead fresh for like $300, $400, $500. It doesn't make any sense that we are the people that create the culture. We are the people that cultivate the culture, but it seems like everybody else on the outside gains wealth off of it, off of our backs and off of our dollars. I'm going to wrap this up. At the end of the day, Nelly, you did not make Air Force Ones popping. You need to get out your own ego. That'll be for another video, but not, you know what? I'll say it right now. Anybody has ever made music or rapped and was pretty decent, nice, including me, has fucking ego problems, especially when you're on a certain level. Like Nelly's a superstar, but I've seen him in the club. I've seen him in Atlanta in the club. Dude acts real diva-ish, like you fucking Elton John or some shit. It's not approachable. Seeing 50 Cent in the club, 50 Cent is very approachable. Cool cat, will take a picture with you. Nelly, seeing him at the compound when they had some sort of weekend, Stars was out and he was acting like a diva, like, why are you around me? Because you're Nelly, jackass. But to say that Nelly is the reason that Air Force Ones went up in price is just utterly ridiculous. I'm going to wrap this up before this daggone camera shuts off again. I don't know. The memory might be low. Rails Rants Reloaded. If you can, like, subscribe, share. I'll have links in the description. Tell me how you feel about Nelly saying that he made Air Force Ones famous. Want to hear your input. Like, subscribe, share. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.